What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody in the place to be, man? If you living in the world today, you be hearing that the Wu-Tang say, don't have, man, I swear, man. Yeah, man. We are live and direct. Live and direct. We got a great show for you guys tonight, man. I know you guys are coming through here to see a great episode. I know that's what you guys expect. I know that's what you guys expect. We got a great show for you guys tonight, man. Let's see what's going on around the country, man. Around the country, yikes. Around the country, our country. Hit that like button, man. 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 We got a great show for you guys, man. Salute, man. We looking for, as usual, man. We looking for 10 people to sponsor the show, man. As usual, man. We looking for 10 people to sponsor the show. It all starts with one person gets on the board, and that kind of gets the ball rolling.
A suspected car break-in turned deadly in South St. Louis. Police say one person was shot and killed, another critically wounded. A suspect now faces charges, including first-degree murder. Investigators say he opened fire on people he thought were breaking into his car. Fox News' Kelly Hoskins is live in South St. Louis.
He's in a lot of trouble because when you're a legal gun owner, discharging your firearm is a world of trouble, man. A legal mountain you have to climb. Every time you discharge your firearm as a legal gun owner. It's almost better to be an illegal gun owner because you can just toss the gun. And you legal, man, you got to stay on the scene and you got to explain yourself. The illegal guy, they can just run. Get the fuck out of there.
This story for us, where neighbors are struggling to understand how it could all happen. Kelly.
Well, that's right, Andy. Neighbors here say that this is the type of neighborhood where residents know each other. In fact, they look out for one another. So when they heard about the incident, they were stunned. It turned into a deadly shooting.
Surprising. It's horrible. I almost can't believe it.
That was a reaction from...
Yo, any neighborhood where this kid lives is safe as a motherfucker. Press 1. You see him, you can leave your doors unlocked. Standing in front of a poster of Chuck Berry, oh yeah. Niggas don't even listen to Chuck Berry no more. Niggas have gone, most niggas nowadays don't know who Chuck Berry is. Chuck Berry, one of the greatest. You see one of my favorite songs, C'est La Vie. C'est La Vie is one of my favorite songs. He got a lot of great songs too. Shout out to Chuck Berry. I think he's like one of the godfathers of rock and roll. He definitely
Believe it.
That was a reaction from Jacob Levy after learning a deadly shooting unfolded just steps from where he works in Lindenwood Park. Police say 39-year-old Timothy Kemper is charged with first-degree murder, first-degree assault, unlawful use of a weapon, and 3 counts of armed criminal action. According to court documents, a group of people was walking down Scanlon Avenue Thursday morning, checking vehicle door handles when one person allegedly entered Kemper's car. Investigators say Kemper, who lived on the second floor of a nearby building, saw what happened, retrieved a firearm, and opened fire on the group. 2 people were struck by gunfire. 1 later died. The second remains hospitalized in critical condition. Levy, who works nearby, says violence like this is rare in the neighborhood.
Well, it's a lovely, quiet neighborhood. Lots of nice restaurants, good folks, the church school up the street, and just a lot of nice people, not usually like that.
Police say Kemper surrendered to officers and admitted he was the shooter. Dave Henson, owner of Killer Vintage Guitars, located directly across the street from where the shooting happened, says the neighborhood is peaceful.
Around here, this is one of the safest neighborhoods in St. Louis City.
This is one of the safest neighborhoods in St. Louis City. What's the name of this neighborhood?
Including first-degree murder. Investigators say he opened fire deadly in South St. Louis. Police say 1 person was shot and killed. A suspected car break-in turned deadly in South St. Louis. Police say 1
Kemper, who lived on the second floor of a nearby building, saw what happened, says the neighborhood is peaceful.
Around here, this is one of the safest neighborhoods in St. Louis City.
For many residents and business owners, the shooting has been difficult to comprehend.
Pretty scary. I mean, a lot of horrible things happen, and it's pretty awful to think they could happen somewhere you think you're safe.
And while charges have now been filed, neighbors say they're left wondering how a possible property crime turned into a deadly encounter.
Remember these back in the day? You don't see these much anymore. They probably said it's racist or something. Yeah, these right here, back in the day, Neighborhood Watch program in force. We immediately report all suspicious activities to our police department. Bring this back. Bring that back. Please bring that back, man. Please bring that back. Shout out to Joe Curry, man. Joe Curry in the building, man. Watching RockNationNews.com, man. Yeah, man. Bring that back.
Now we're told that police recovered some surveillance video and also interviewed numerous witnesses, and they're encouraging anyone with information about this case to contact Crime Stoppers. Reporting in South St. Louis, Kelly Hoskins, Fox 2 News.
Kelly, thank you. A traditional self-defense claim used to require the person claiming self-defense to actually have fled or attempted to flee danger if possible. Well, Missouri's Castle Doctrine now explicitly removes that requirement. The law says you have no duty to retreat from your own home, private property, or vehicle. The law presumes that you have a reasonable fear of death or serious physical injury if someone is unlawfully and forcefully entering any of those protected spaces. There are important limitations. The response must be proportional to the threat, and anyone who initiates the confrontation generally loses the right to claim self-defense.
More than 4 decades after a Grapevine flight attendant was found strangled inside her apartment, police say new.
Okay. 1981 killing of a flight attendant. New DNA information has led to an arrest. Who done it? Who done it, guys? We play this game every night. Who done it? Shout out to Rundaz. He said a Kiwi without a doubt. He said, I think it was a glider, a cane. All right, let's see, man. Let's see who did this, man.
DNA testing has finally led to an arrest.
The suspect was part of the victim's close circle and, according to court records, had been questioned within hours of her murder. An affidavit paints a dark tale about a financial motive for the crime. Fox 4's Casey Stiegel spoke with the victim's family and joins us live from the newsroom to share what they had to say tonight. Casey?
Steve, Heather, good evening. Preserved evidence from 1981 and 2 discarded soda bottles recovered this year are now at the center of this case. And tonight, Beverly Bruno's sister is speaking about the arrest.
It was bittersweet. I was overjoyed, as was my family when I let them know. I've been waiting for it for 45 years.
For Carol Bruno Molson, the arrest came after a lifetime of waiting. Her sister Beverly Bruno was 35, a Braniff Airlines flight attendant, known to coworkers as Casey.
She was such a loving, fun person. I want them to know that she had a lot of hopes and dreams for her life.
Dreams that were snatched away on February 13th, 1981, when her loving sister was found by her boyfriend dead on the floor of her Grapevine apartment. A 12-foot electrical cord wrapped around her neck. The medical examiner ruled the death homicide by strangulation.
I don't feel like it ever heals. It's like a scab.
Investigators soon located Beverly's best friend and former roommate, Thelma Brown. She and her husband, Larry Brown, a former Braniff pilot, was questioned the same day. Police records show detectives notated that Larry had a fresh wound to his right thumb. What's more, Beverly and Thelma had co-owned a Dallas home. Under their agreement, Thelma remained responsible for her share of the mortgage after moving out. Months before the killing, 2 fires badly damaged the house on the same night, and investigators considered it arson. The affidavit says Brown, who had an interest in a construction company, became involved in repair estimates. As a dispute grew over insurance money and paperwork Beverly refused to sign. 3 days before her death, Beverly's mother told police Brown came to the apartment and argued with her. For decades, blood preserved on Beverly's nightgown belonged to an unidentified man, until this year, when investigators recovered 2 discarded soda bottles from Brown's trash, where he'd been living since the crime in Colorado. When tested, the DNA was a match. According to detectives, this clearly indicates that Larry Brown's blood was found on the victim's nightgown. Brown, now 80, was arrested at the beginning of June in Colorado and charged with murder. He has been extradited back to Texas and booked into the Tarrant County Jail.
I don't even know what to say. Yeah, it really hurt that it was her best friend's husband.
For Beverly's family, an arrest does not return the years she lost, but it does mean her name, who she was never.
And that woman knows her husband killed that girl. Let's not pretend like that woman didn't know that he killed her. Women like to do that. Oh, I didn't know anything about it. No, bitch, you knew. You knew your husband killed that woman. That woman just ain't end up dead after she was beefing with your husband. Stop it.
A suspected.
East Point police want to find the person who shot a Good Samaritan as she passed out food to the needy.
Yo, niggas, sons are horrible people, man. Sons are the pits, man. You sons are horrible people, man. Your neighborhoods aren't safe. You gaslight other people about not being safe around them. Whatever this woman was doing, whatever anybody we in this story we talk about is doing, if they were doing it around gliders, they would be safe. Just doing anything around sons makes you unsafe, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. You could be playing basketball. You know what I mean?
East Point police want to find the person who shot a Good Samaritan as she passed out food to the needy. The horrific shooting happened Wednesday morning as Dorothy Gordon handed out baked goods from the trunk of her car. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from Grady Memorial Hospital, where she just talked with the 75-year-old son.
Well, good afternoon, Christine. This shooting has angered a whole lot of community members and even veteran lawmen, and it's left 75-year-old Dorothy Gordon here at Grady Memorial Hospital with a bullet still lodged in her back.
I think it was terrible. You know, it's just, you never know what's going to happen, and somebody's trying to do the right thing, and then stuff like this happen.
Justin Gordon is flabbergasted that someone would shoot his mother, Dorothy Gordon, at 9 o'clock in the morning as she passed out food Wednesday at this Chevron on Washington Road in East Point.
Mom usually donates food, so she was handing out food at the gas station, and then some stray bullet struck my mom in the back.
East Point police say the shooter took off. Crime Stoppers has posted a $5,000 reward for anyone with information. Even police are livid behind the senseless shooting.
Right now, I mean, I get the reward, but right now our biggest reward is finding out exactly what happened. We're angry by this, we're saddened by this, and we want to bring the family justice.
And East Point police say there were really a lot of people in the area when this shooting happened on Wednesday morning. They are asking anyone with information to give Crime Stoppers a call. That number is 404-577-TIPS.
Damn, Granny. Damn, Granny, man. They tried to smoke Granny, man, for passing out food that people might need, man. Yikes. Wow. Somebody shot this woman, man. We got to think about that, man. We really have to sit there and think about that, man. Somebody shot this woman. A nigga pulled out a gun and intentionally shot this woman. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Calvin, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Shout out to Deluxe. A nigga pulled out a gun, aimed it at this woman, pulled the trigger, and just either walked off or ran off and is still in the community. And nobody is raising hell about it. There's nary a hell being raised about this. No hell is being raised about this.
Seven News Detroit starts with breaking news.
And we begin tonight with that breaking news. Gunfire erupting at a funeral on Detroit's west side. 5 people shot, including the suspect. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 11. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us. Families gathering to mourn a young man killed in a car crash, left with a shattered sense of safety on top of grief and trauma.
They were outside Greater Love Tabernacle Church on Plymouth Road near the Southfield Freeway when shots rang out just before 6 o'clock tonight.
7 News Detroit reporter Megan Lee spent hours on the scene. She's talking with people who saw the chaos unfold.
Family and friends were gathering at both a funeral home and a church near the Southfield Freeway on Plymouth Road when shots rang out outside just as they were trying to honor their loved ones.
We gathered together to honor this wonderful young man, not for this.
Ozzie Pye was looking outside of his funeral home window when the gunfire erupted across the street Friday night.
It was extremely horrific. And I pray that that happens to no one else.
According to the Detroit Police Department, it all unfolded outside of the Greater Love Tabernacle Church.
During the fight, one suspect pulled out a handgun and fired into the crowd, striking multiple people.
Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison says his officers were already in the area, keeping an eye on the funeral services as they were aware of possible threats when they saw the suspect firing shots. That's when his officer shot the suspect.
You don't come to work expecting to have to do this, but the officer saw the threat and took action, and our officer is absolutely a hero.
Chief Bettison says the suspect was injured in the shooting and immediately taken into custody by police. The chief believes he was attending the funeral at the church.
Could have been far worse. So we're grateful that they were.
The victims in their 20s and 30s are all in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries and are expected to be okay. Mayor Mary Sheffield sent a statement saying in part, "I want to thank the Detroit Police Department for the officers' quick and courageous action, which prevented further harm. This was an act of senseless violence, and it has no place in our city."
They were phenomenal. What they did was immense.
So niggas gathered to pay their final respects to probably some guy who died in the streets, right? While they're there, there's a fight. And that's not enough that there's a fight at the funeral. Someone pulls a gun and fires into the crowd and shoots a bunch of people.
Appreciate them being here.
Ozzy thankful for the police department and his own security team. However, he wants this behavior to stop.
Let's try to love on each other a little bit more seriously. These little beefs and incidences and things that can cause strife right now, we need to just put that aside.
On Detroit's west side, Megan Lee, 7 News.
Just put it aside, guys. Come on, man. Just put it aside. That's the message, man. Just put it aside. Shoot.
Folks, we're starting as an alleged shoplifting incident in Mississippi turned into the tragic death of a 1-year-old boy.
Oh, no. That's not what I want to do.
Tonight, only on 9, a family wants the world to remember their loved one. He was shot and killed outside of a banquet hall last week. Tonight, a suspect is behind bars, arrested the same day that the victim was laid to rest. New tonight at 6, Channel 9's Hunter Signs is live for us at CMPD headquarters. And Hunter, his parents really want to be the focus, have the focus rather, on the light in this young man that's been lost.
Erica, Jalen McCormick's parents reiterated to me what I've heard from so many online who knew him, that he had a heart of gold, that he was a jokester at times, but he was one of those guys who you always wanted to have in your corner. Tonight, his family is still grieving, very much so, but they are also seeking justice. We met Whitney Givens in her driveway.
I'm so sorry. I cannot imagine what you're going through.
To the outside world, she shows her strength. But step inside her home.
I wish I could have protected him. And I feel...
Listen, man. I'm grieving over my channel. I'm grieving over my channel getting zapped, man. This woman lost her son. And many of these women that we cover on this channel, and many of these men, they lose their kids, man. And the black community is worried about motherfucking Wyatt and fucking Ian down in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, making up fairy tales about how dangerous it is to hang around white people. You niggas ought to be ashamed of yourself. Press 1, man. Black community needs to be ashamed of themselves. We don't have shame. I get it. But if we had shame, we should be ashamed of ourselves. Salute to everybody out there, man. We looking for 9 more people to sponsor the program today, man. To really sponsor the program. We listen, man. We started late. I'm gonna drop the link, man. I know we got some people out there that want to join the panel, want to express their thoughts on this. We're getting into Nolan Wells next, man. But I just wanted to show you some stories. I always like to show you some stories of what's really going on in Black America. It's nothing to do with no fucking white people, man. None of these niggas are scared of white people. None of them.
I feel like he doesn't deserve it.
And you can't help but feel the pain of a mother's broken heart.
This is the day Jalen was born.
20 years later, this mother lost her baby boy to gun violence here at this venue in University City. It happened last week. A bullet not meant for Jalen hit him in his back. He died 20 minutes later at the hospital.
I can only imagine how he felt in those 20 minutes.
Yesterday, police arrested this 18-year-old, Keytavious Lewis.
Keytavious Lewis. Keytavious Lewis. Now, it was probably a function of a party at the banquet hall. And listen, it's not safe to be around people named Keytavious. Keytavious. You notice Nolan's parents named him Nolan. You notice that Asian woman named her son Nolan? Press 1 if you notice that. That Asian woman with the glasses that's running around pretending to be blackity black right now, she named her kid Nolan. Miss Black America, Christine Wells, man, Wansley, whatever the fuck her name is. Miss Black America, Christine Wansley. When it was time to give her son a name, he said, fuck all that shit, Nolan. She named that nigga Nolan. Yeah, Nolan Ryan, man. I remember him. Great picture, man. All-time great. All-time great pitcher. 5,000 strikeouts. 300 wins. Beat the shit out of Robin Ventura. I know all about Nolan Ryan, man. He was on the 69 Mets. The Miracle Mets. I remember all that stuff, man. He said, never was a Yankee. You don't like him? Shit. If he would have played in this era, he would have been a Yankee. Every great pitcher ends up in New York. He played for the Mets, though. So, you know. Yeah. Keytavious, man. That's who you need to worry about, black people. Keytavious is
charged with first-degree murder. Jalen's parents got the call on their way to bury their son.
All I could do was say, thank you, Jesus.
By the notes on bouquets, you can tell Jalen made an impact. Now, this family is trying to hold on to the memories of a young man, a gentle giant who cared deeply for his family and would do anything to help others.
Even in his last days, he would always make sure I had gas for the week. He's like, Mama, you good? Do you need anything? And that's just how thoughtful he was. Sometimes this world can just be too cruel for people like Jalen.
Jalen's parents tell me they truly understood what their son meant to so many when his funeral reached capacity 30 minutes before it even started. CMPD is still technically investigating this homicide. The suspect, who has been arrested, is being held without bond. Live at police headquarters in Uptown tonight, Hunter Sines, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Yeah, you can tell that he was and is still so very loved. Hunter, thank you.
A hit list that Marcus May says.
See it to Nolan Wells, man. Yeesh. Can't nobody, where them autopsies at, man? Huh? Where them autopsies at?
Okay, let's get straight to the point. This Nolan Wells case and investigation has a lot of twists and turns like a roller coaster. It's up and down like an elevator. You just don't know what you're going to get from one day to another. But I will say this. There's been a call from just the sheriff, Nolan Wells family, Christine Wansley, the dad, Elmore, Ben Crump, everybody saying, send in all the videos you have, pictures, whatever you have on your phone, send it in because they're trying to solve this case. They're trying to figure out what happened to Nolan Wells. There's been people saying, oh, he was with this person. He left. He didn't want to get on the boat. He was with Katie. He was with this person. There's a lot of he say, she say. And people just trying to figure out what happened to Nolan. Did anybody see him? Now, we're going to get into some explosive videos here that, is new to me. It may not be new to you. If it is, enjoy the ride. Now, shout out to Secret Service Sam. He finna get ready to show some videos that's going to show Nolan Wells on a boat. The boat has a name. With this new technology now, you can kind of clean a picture up. But we're also going to get into other video where we're going to actually see Nolan Wells out in the water with a woman, and it may not be Katie.
I'm here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and official We Are Humans 2, an excellent creator, posted a video that he found that he said wasn't getting a lot of attention, and he believes it to be another video of Nolan on the boat. Now, here is the still from the boat that you can see, and here is some of the video. I put this into ChatGPT because internet and all you internet sleuth do your thing. We can see the second word daddy on the boat. Now, I had ChatGPT sharpen this up for me, and this looks to be Nolan on this boat. It looks like his blue.
How can you tell Nolan because of his ass? You gay, dude. You can tell Nolan by his ass. You've been watching Nolan. He's been watching Nolan so close. He know what Nolan's ass look like. Come on, homie. That could be any brother, man. That could be any brother, man. This nigga, these asses are like fingerprints for this white liberal. This cuck making this video, he ass is like fingerprints.
Shorts, you can see his blue shorts here, and then look at the original boat picture. They look to be the same shorts that are in this picture from this newly found video.
Yeah, great detective work, but I'll give him that.
As are in the original boat pictures. What do you guys think about this? Now, internet sleuths, go do your thing. Is there any other pictures of the boat that they were on? Can we show that this was the Lil Daddy, or does anybody have any idea what the boat name could be. It looks like a 3-letter word before daddy. And you know, most of these boat names, it's always like a cute little pun or something. So guys, do your work. Let me know what you think. And we need to lift up all creators because we're all trying to get to the same thing, and that's justice for Nolan Xavier Wells.
So as you can see, Secret Service Sam played those videos, and you can see a still shot here. It looks like
hey, listen, Fleece, somewhere Fleece looking like this the one that got away, man. Fleece kicking the wall somewhere, man.
like that boat that Nolan is on, and allegedly this is Nolan, but if we're going by the outfit, you know, the blue shorts that look exactly what like Nolan had on. It looked like this boat say Lil Daddy. It to me that was like it's LIL. Well, I don't know what it say, but it's Lil Daddy something. We clearly can see that it's Daddy. But allegedly Nolan was on this boat. Now, but we also can see that there's a lot of people out there. What he both said, it's already been said that it was hundreds of boats out there for the 4th of July. Everybody was out there partaking in some recreational activities with libations. And you can see people in the water as well. So I get the whole thing about leaving your phone on a boat. I mean, even if your phone is waterproof, who want to be in the water trying to test that out? You know, but if you finna get off the boat and you're not finna get in the water, then hey, you know, give me my phone. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But like I said, you can see that Nolan is on a boat. Now, some people that I saw in the comments.
All right, I ain't gonna make y'all listen to this riveting commentary.
To the tragic case of Nolan Wells and the continued unanswered questions. Yesterday, we told you about newly released audio that the boat Wells was on broke down and needed assistance. That call came in around 4:30 p.m. And while according to the Wells family and their attorney, Ben Crump, the teen was last seen on the island around 3 p.m. And they insist that they don't believe their son would intentionally stay behind on his own. Wells' mother, Christine Wansley, turned to social media and shared video of how she's dealing with the loss of her son. Watch.
This loss, this grief, this pain, it's different. It's insurmountable. And then it's like you get these flood of emotions all at different times, and grief is so multi-layered. You know, 1 second I might be okay and I can talk about things and I can listen to his stories. And then the next minute I am falling apart and I feel like I can't breathe. And I feel like there is an elephant just sitting on my chest.
Just absolutely heartbreaking for the family. We hope we can get them some answers too. Joining me now and soon. Joining me now is Revolt News Chief Political Correspondent Teslin Figaro and former police officer and host of the Officer Tatum show, Brandon Tatum. Great to see both of you. Thanks for being here. So, Brandon, let's start with you. Just from a law enforcement perspective, what do you make of the timeline, the lack of answers, what maybe occurred here?
The timeline, the lack of answers. What do you mean the lack of answers? He drowned. There's no lack of answers.
Well, I think the first thing is that these activists have came in and brought in information or lies about circumstances to make people question. The law enforcement officers have already done an autopsy. They've already investigated. There's no sign of foul play. And one thing that's very interesting that I just found out recently is that it wasn't a situation where you have Nolan Wells and 4 of the kids at an island. There's thousands of people there. There's hundreds of different boats. So him staying behind while some of his other friends went back to the mainland wasn't that suspicious. I really wish that the family would focus on Nolan Wells' life, focus on the investigation, and let the police do their job instead of interjecting race into this situation. And it's completely unnecessary to be there at this point.
So, Teslin, you've worked with Ben Crump. You have valuable insight into how he operates. You're not speaking for him tonight, but what do you think about the timeline and whether it determines whether Nolan was still alive before the boat left the island, like his friends insist?
Yeah, thank you, Katie. I'm speaking as a mom, of a 19-year-old. In the same way Officer Tatum wishes that people would not insert lies, I wish Officer Tatum would allow the independent investigation, to run its course. You don't know, Mr. Tatum, what has been talked about in this investigation. It has not been complete, and people have not came forward to say what happened with Nolan Wells. So I actually do believe his parents when they said that they taught their son to leave with whoever you came with. So for you to make the accusations that is a lie, when they're burying their son on Monday, is quite frankly to be disgusting, Officer Tatum.
Well,
and I'm ashamed.
You know what's
and
funny? I hope that you're paying attention to this, because there's a lot of information that have come out, and I've gotten firsthand knowledge about some things that have happened on that island, and people are going to be ashamed of themselves for sitting here lying and pushing racism in this circumstance.
Well,
yeah, I don't know what happened, but I do know. I'll let you finish. I'll let you speak. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just saying I got firsthand knowledge too. But as we're talking about right now, talking about right now, you made the accusation that there were lies, that race has been interjected. Like I said last week, if people don't want people to speculate, then investigate. So this
Brandon, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that topic, because Ben Crump is notorious and has been criticized by people who have used him in the past for their cases of being an ambulance chaser, pushing a narrative that fits the racial lens that he wants it to. You've talked about this on your podcast and how you believe young Black men are unfortunately killed every single day. And people like Ben Crump and Al Sharpton just highlight certain stories that benefit them rather than the families.
Well, let's keep it real. This is all about money. Benjamin Crump will never show up to a kid's funeral or say anything about a kid that's killed by another Black kid. But if there's an opportunity to interject racism into a situation where there's no evidence of racism, Benjamin Crump will be there to do it. What is his end goal? He's not a criminal attorney. So he's not going to help the family get justice on a criminal level. He's a civil rights attorney. You don't need a civil rights attorney in a case where you're wondering if the investigation is going right for your son, unless you believe this has something to do with racism.
Let him finish, and then I'll let you talk. Okay, let him finish his point, and then I'll let you respond.
He's going on a diatribe. So
no, he's not. He's speaking, and I'll let you respond as soon as he's done making his point.
Katie, I'll let the young lady go. Go ahead. I would love to hear what you got to say to that.
Go right ahead.
Thank you, Officer Tatum. Thank you. Well, let's just once again, speaking about things that you don't know about. Katie, you set it up with talking about Ben Crump being notorious for race baiting. I could name a couple of things that Officer Tatum here is also notorious for. So let's be careful on how we
don't need these personal attacks.
I'm gonna finish my statement. I'm gonna finish my statement. And let me also correct you on something else, Mr. Tatum, when you said Ben Crump would never show up for a Black kid that was murdered by a Black kid. My cousin, Jordan Turner, who was 19 and was murdered by another Black kid that also went away with his friends and never returned home, guess who showed up? Attorney Benjamin Crump. I know you're looking confused. See, this is why it's important
was that related to Black people? There was Black people involved in his death?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, that's
and they were convicted.
We didn't hear about it plastered all over the media. That's a big difference.
See, this is why you don't know. This is why you should speak of what you know and not what you heard. So again, when it comes down to Nolan Wells, I ask that we use this time to ask people to come forward and speak about what they know. The young man did not come home, Brandon. He didn't come home. So let's use this time, instead of focusing on what people are saying in the comments, let's continue to stay in.
Brandon, I mean, Ben Crump is the one making this conversation in the media. Ben Crump is the one making this conversation in the media. He's the one pushing this out there so people do speculate ahead of the investigation, not letting it play out. But Brandon, I want to ask you this question. Teslin, 1 second. Brandon, there's been a lot of accusation and pushing that Nolan Wells' white friends have not been questioned enough, as if they were somehow responsible for his death based on race. That seems like a highly irresponsible narrative to be pushing, especially when we don't know all of the facts yet.
100%. It is a flat out lie. The police department isn't doing their investigation. They're doing it fair and properly. Benjamin Crump cannot come out right now and say that the investigation isn't going like it should. They're interjecting race into something that has nothing to do with race. These boys were friends. The coach came out, who happened to be a black man, that said he don't believe race is a factor. These boys grew up together. These boys go to school together. This is a tragic situation, and they should leave it at what it is, and that's a tragedy. Let the investigation unfold. Benjamin Crump they're already out saying this has something to do with race because the boy was with white guys. That is asinine.
Just like you
that is
described
shameful to start
just
that.
like you describe it when you talk about black on black crime constantly. So what a black man, a young black boy went with his white friends and didn't come back. So why are you not asking the white children to speak up? Nobody saw nothing, Brandon.
They are speaking.
They are speaking.
All right,
we gotta run.
Got to do anything.
We hope that the family can get some answers because a young man is dead and we want his family to have closure. Teslim Figaro and Brandon Tatum, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.
That woman, Tasman Figueroa, she's on the Breakfast Club. Read that same more. That woman's on the Breakfast Club.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? The rescuer who found Nolan Wells' body, Brian Thrasher, may have just revealed that there actually was a cover-up. Of course, he wouldn't straight out say it. Inadvertently, perhaps. I want you to check this article out, fam, and you be the judge. Tell me what y'all think about this. Listen to what this dude said. Nolan Wells' death is still under investigation, but a rescuer who helped search for the missing football player believes the dangerous waters around Mississippi's Horn Island could explain what happened. Brian Thrasher, National Vice President of the United Cajun Navy, told the U.S. Sun that the northwest tip of the island has powerful currents and a sudden underwater drop-off that can quickly pull someone into deep water. His comments come as authorities await autopsy results while Nolan's family continues to seek answers through an independent investigation alongside the official probe. Nolan Wells, 18, disappeared on July 4th after traveling with friends to Horn Island, about 10 miles off the Mississippi Gulf Coast, before he was due to report for football camp at Southwest Mississippi Community College on July 6th. By the way, that's when they found his body, fam. That's cold-blooded. Brian Thrasher said the weather looked calm during the search, but the water itself posed a hidden danger. It was mostly calm, very, very shiny hot. Water temperature was in the 80s, he told the U.S. Sun. According to investigators, Nolan was last seen between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Friends later reported boat problems and made a distress call around 4 p.m. In the recorded call released by NBC News, a man says, "Hey, we're at the bottom west tip of Horn and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? I want to get this boat unsank and towed back." GPS data from Mississippi Department of Marine sources shows the boat left the island at 4:31 p.m. and returned to his private dock at 6:06 p.m. Some friends later told investigators that Nolan chose to stay behind after meeting a young woman and planned to return with another group. Thrasher said the area where Nolan was last seen is especially risky. That island, they have a very strong current on the northwest tip. From what people who were there told me, it's very strong there. The other thing to have in mind is that there's a drop-off on that side. And so you can be in 3 feet of water, and then the next step, you could be in 20 feet of water. If all of a sudden you're 20 feet in the water and a current starts carrying you, it can drag you out fast, violently. Search coordinator Josh Gill also told the U.S. Sun there is a pretty heavy tidal surge and tidal movement on that portion of the island where they were at. He added, it's a pass between two islands, so there's increased tidal influence there, Along with the wind and wave action, conditions can change rapidly there. Trasher said he was flying about 400 feet above the island on July 6th when the search team spotted a body near the northwest shore. Even though I was about 400 feet or so, I could see the body. I was zooming in with my land gear so I could get a closer look. It matches the description of what he was wearing. So we were pretty sure, without confirmation, that was probably him. When we came back, the sheriff had said they had people there that had eyes on him right there on the beach. Their words were, there was no reason to think it's not him. Authorities have said preliminary evidence points to accidental drowning, and they have not found evidence of foul play. A final cause of death is pending an autopsy. Attorney Ben Crump said the case will be presented to a grand jury after the sheriff's investigation, adding, the hope is that when this is presented to the grand jury, all relevant witnesses and evidence will be presented to them so that we can have a fair and impartial investigation to the death of Nolan. He also said, we also agreed that we would have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts, and officials will assist with the cell phone downloads so everybody will be able to see at the same time what the cell phone has. That's very important. And the question is right now, people are asking, well, let's wait till the autopsy come back. Why everybody so suspicious? Why everybody is so suspicious? Black dude goes out on a boat with his white friends. Everybody come back except the black guy. Did I mention it was in Mississippi? Mississippi has to have the record for most unsolved black murders by white suspects. Got to, easily. The whole state, totally corrupt. I don't trust none of them. I don't even trust the rescuers. Okay, they found the body. That's what rescuers do. They find the body.
It is becoming apparent to these people that Nolan Wells, nothing happened. And in order to continue to blame white people and continue the racist notions, they have to continually misrepresent the news that's coming out about Nolan Wells. The news coming out about Nolan Wells is not the autopsy, neither one. It's not nothing that the white boys did anything. No news is coming out about Nolan Wells supporting any of these theories. Nothing is saying that. So now they're lying about it. Now they're just straight up lying. Now they're just straight up and down lying. Now they're just straight up and down lying. We have nothing that says anybody did anything to Nolan Wells. Old washed up football players starting to talk about it.
I think obviously what happened to Nolan Wells is a parent's worst nightmare.
Now this guy went to an all-white private school. He grew up in a white town. His first baby mother's white. You have a biracial adult child with her, and he went to an all-white school. The other guy, this guy right here, where he at? Not him. Where he at? Where this guy at? Where he at, man?
Times them to my condolences.
Where he at? Damn, where's this nigga at, man? Anyway, the other nigga biracial. All right.
I think obviously what happened to Nolan Wells is a parent's worst nightmare. My condolences to them to lose your child.
You know how many people lost their child, you fucking nigga? You piece of shit ape. You know how many motherfuckers done lost their child since then? Why is Nolan Wells the only ones who get it? Because you niggas is trying to keep this shit alive. So many people have lost their lives that these niggas just ignore.
Not have an answer to how or why, and to seemingly feel like people who are close to him aren't willing to help you find the answer.
Shut the fuck up. Them white boys is doing everything they can to help the family find the answers. There's no answers. He just accused Nolan's friends of not trying to help find the answers. Those white boys have done everything they possibly could to help find the answers from the time he was missing. They were the first ones to alert that he was missing. This is disgusting. Black America is trash, right? It's a cesspool. It is, man. We're annoying as hell. Yes, we got some great people doing some great things. Got a lot of nice working people. But our front face, the cover of the book, our foreword is awful, man. Shout out to Barry B. Barry B is in the building, man. Salute, man. Make sure y'all sponsor tonight's program because I'm about to get into it. I'm laying the foundation, man. I'm dropping the link too, man. I'm laying the foundation, man. These niggas are disgusted. They have nothing. They have nothing. So now they're resorting to lies because they need a BLM poster child at all times. It's like a pacifier. Soon as Carmelo got convicted, they couldn't wait for the next thing. I guess a nigga didn't get shot by a cop. All those people that were found hanging, they committed suicide. Nolan was the first, was the best thing that come down the pike. Now we need another one because this is running its course. Nolan Wells is running its course. They're going to try to lie to keep it going for as long as possible, but they're eventually going to need another Black victim.
To those questions has to be extremely difficult. Being a parent, sometimes, at least for me, it was teaching my children that the color of someone's skin, their ethnicity, their background wasn't what dictated their worth, while also helping them realize that not everybody thinks that way.
This is disgusting. First one, this is disgusting. This guy works for ESPN. This is disgusting. Press one. Shout out to my man Stunner, man. He says Ryan is so full of shit. Ryan is disgusting. Ryan is a terrible person. This is awful. Listen to what he says.
Wasn't what dictated their worth, while also helping them realize that not everybody thinks that way. We grow up differently or grew up differently than our kids. My kids grew up more fluent in.
Nigga, you grew up very affluent. Nigga, stop it. Ryan, you better stop it, Ryan. Ryan, you better stop it. You better stop it, Ryan. You better stop it. Oh, I'm older than Ryan? That's crazy. He grew up in Marrero, Louisiana. Stop it, Ryan. %48 black, 30% white, 10% Latino, 5% Asian, 30% white people lived in your town. You went to Archbishop Shaw High School. That school's 45% white and 29% black, 16% Asian, and 11% Hispanic. You went to a very diverse school. You went to a mostly white school. You grew up in a mostly black town, but you went to a mostly white high school. He grew up in a mostly white black town, even though there's a ton of white people there, but he went to the mostly white high school. Had a white girlfriend. Had a baby with the white girl. Now he about to tell us how he grew up blackity black. All right, go ahead.
In different environments. My kids grew up as the different kids, the special kids, you know. So the realization or the first time that Logan was told, well, you're different. You're not like the rest of them. That's why I treat you different than I treat them. Or the first time.
Who does that, man? White people don't do that. White people don't treat you different because of the race of your skin. That's not that almost never happens. That literally almost never happens. That white people are like, oh man, there go a black dude, man. Let's fuck with him. Let's go piss this black dude off and get him angry. White people don't do that. White people don't say that. White people don't be like, yo, there goes a black guy. Let's piss him off, get him angry, and make him chimp out. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. That'll be a safe adventure. Let's make this black guy chimp out. It's not like we're going to get expelled from school or anything. It's not like we're going to get like fired or anything. It's not like he's going to like fucking kill us or anything. Like literally, like them are the three options. Like if you piss off a black person, you're either going to fucking die, you're going to get fired, or you're going to get expelled from school. Press 1. Oh, yeah, or you end up in the hospital. That's probably the best way. You end up in the fucking hospital. Or BLM is going to show up and protest at your fucking house. Stop this shit like people just running around, can't wait to cause black people to chimp out. Stop that shit. That's a fucking lie. White people are very nice. I'm a black person in this world. I go through the world. I see it. I see other black people. White people are very nice. And I'm not just talking about rich white people, because this is not really, you're never going to be really around no rich white people. Most of the white people you're going to be around are going to be working class or poor.
Jordan liked the little girl and was told that that little girl couldn't date him because of what he looked like.
Yo, in my town, I only see interracial couples with the young people. It's the darndest thing. All the little YNs that moved to this town, they all have white girlfriends. You'll see them, you know what I mean? You'll see them as you go to Chipotle or you get some gas. You'll see them pull up in their ride, or you see them, you see them all over the place. The little new YNs that have moved to my once white town, my once 95% white town. All of them have white girls. And the white girls look happy as a pigs in slop to be with these niggas. Why is he lying about that? I remember I went to Miami and I think it was 1990. Well, it was 89 or 90. I went to Florida twice in the late 80s. Went to Disney World in 88, and I went to Miami in 1990. And one of my clearest memories, one of the clearest memories I have from the 88 trip when we went to Disneyland and staying in Kissimmee, Florida. We stayed in Kissimmee. Was all the fucking interracial couples. This is 1988, Florida. And then we went to the movies in 1990 because we were staying with somebody. I can't remember too clearly, but we ended up going to the movie theater, me and my mom, see some movie. I can't remember. Don't ask me what movie it was. And there were nothing but interracial couples at the movie theater. In 1990, Florida. Why is niggas lying? I hate you niggers, man. Y'all lie so fucking much. Y'all lie so much. He said, as a glider man, I'm glad so many sunmen distract those flabby, sloppy glider women away from me. Now, here's the thing, Montauk. Yes, we do have a taste for those flabby, sloppy ones. But our young bulls, our young sons, shout out to everybody watching on OckNationNews.com, man. Our young sons, don't get it twisted, my G. Our young sons are getting some nice ones, man. I see them, man. Our young sons, the YNs, are getting some nice little white girls, man. Our young sons, nah. They getting motherfucker. They fucking little Caitlin Clarks and Taylor Swifts. Little Haley Van Liths. Our young sons, man, no. The young sons are getting some nice little hot little white ass, man. Press one. If press one, if you know, you know. Them little YNs getting some nice little white, sexy little white ass. They not fucking with fat girls like the older ones are. The older ones that come home from prison and shit. Them young sons are getting some nice little white girls, man. I know Osa know. Osa down there, he down there in North Carolina. I know he see it. Them young sons are slapping some wood to some nice little looking white girls, man. Stop it. These niggas got Gucci belts and they riding around in Chargers and shit. And they all look like fucking little King Vaughn or motherfucking NBA young boy. And apparently that's handsome nowadays. Them little white girls ain't, man. Them little boys fucking them little white girls, man. The white dudes in my town can't even get nothing. The white boys in my town, they don't have they haven't see the blacks came to my town so quick that the white boys didn't have a chance to wiggerify. We don't even have wiggers because blacks haven't even been here that long in mass to help to create a wigger subculture. Like the whites here are still just white. The white people here are white. They ain't wiggers or nothing. They just white. It takes time to create a wigger culture. These young girls, they gotta raise some children. Their kids gonna become the wiggers. It's gonna take some time, right? But yeah, so the white boys is just white. They just like Abercrombie and Fitch. White dudes, man. You know what I mean? Nice, good young men and shit. Fucking doing their homework and shit and going fishing on the weekend and shit. They can't compete with these young sons, man, that look like the rappers and look like the drill rappers and shit. They can't compete. He talking about something. My son, he liked the white girl and they told him he couldn't be with her. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't know I even talk like that. If a white person nowadays don't want you to date their daughter, they ain't gonna say that. Shut the fuck up. Shout out to my man May Strong. He says sons are going to need to wear name tags so we can better determine their level of sonicity. When cooperating in the community, Ketavious. Yeah, man, that would be nice. If sons had mood rings and shit. Like sons had to wear mood rings or mood crowns and shit. They had to wear a crown on their head that was a mood crown. And it changed colors depending on the son's IQ and shit at the time. Like when his IQ was high, it would be a certain color. When it would fluctuate to low, you knew to stay away from that Negro, man. Dangerous and shit. Yeah, man. These niggas have resorted to lying. Now they're lying because they're trying to keep they love the feeling of being a victim, so they're trying to keep it going until the next one comes along.
Or the first time Jordan liked the little girl and was told that little girl couldn't date him because of what he looked like. That realization for our kids was difficult, but it was a part of life. So I often question, did I do my kids a disservice telling them to love everyone, knowing that not everyone will love them back?
Yo, this is so disgusting, man. The fact that they actually don't have any shame doing this. They should be ashamed doing this. You should feel shame for perpetrating this fraud. This is not the life, people. No one lives this life. No one gets in there. No one says, no one's in the house and honey says, hey, go get a loaf of bread from the store, honey. And you're like, oh, God, I got to go into the white world and white people and something's going to happen to me. No nigger ever thinks that. Like, no one ever thinks that, no matter where they live. But I know some people do think, oh, shit, I got to deal with these niggas. Especially if the grocery store in the hood. You know, motherfuckers going to be begging. As soon as you get out your car, niggas going to be begging. You're hoping your car there when you get out the grocery store. You know, the cashier going to be rude. Shit ain't going to be where it's supposed to be. The shelves going to be bare. Motherfucker will be trying to sell you food stamps when you walking in. When you walking out, somebody will ask you, can they help you put your shit in your car and shit? Nah, motherfucker, I'm good. You might get into a fight with somebody and shit over some bullshit.
Not everyone will love them back. That's why you have to know who your children's friends are, who the parents of your children's friends are, and not just how they see you or treat you, but how they see and treat everybody like you.
Right. And I want you to think about this. None of these niggas was talking like this. They were all racist bastards. But they weren't talking this level of racism until Nolan Wells happened. I want you to think about that. These guys were all race baiters and fucking weird fucking race bait motherfuckers. But what they were doing then pales in comparison to the shit that they've been talking since Nolan Wells. Press 1. This Nolan Wells situation got niggas talking some really, really insane shit. Even Trayvon, Michael Brown, Philando Castile, Walter Scott, George Floyd. None of them people had niggas talking about like, I can't be the only person in a group of white people. If I get on an elevator with a bunch of white people, I'm be hoping to hope by the time the elevator gets to my stop, I'm still alive. Niggas, this Nolan Wells situation got niggas talking the craziest I've ever heard them. I've never heard niggas talk this crazy. Even George Floyd. Niggas wasn't saying you can't be around white people. White people gonna kill you and shit. You gotta tell your kids to not hang around white kids. Niggas wasn't talking that after no George Floyd. Press one. Niggas was not talking like this after George Floyd, after Michael Brown, after Trayvon Martin. Niggas wasn't talking about you can't have your kids go around no fucking white people. You gotta tell your kids they can't hang with white kids. This shit is a new level of nigger craziness that I don't think we've ever seen before. This is a new level of nigger craziness. This is a new level of nigger craziness that we haven't seen before. Shout out to everybody watching at OckNationNews.com, man. Kim Winsett, Michelle Maynard, Mike Durden, Far From Handsome, Joe Curry. Fear resides with us. Yeah, this shit niggas is talking is a new level. It's some like, this is some massa. This is some old bug-eyed slave talk. Press one. Oh, massa, we's best to hurry up because massa gonna come back, and when massa come back, he gonna be mad at us. We better clean up this mess because if massa come back, he see this mess. Oh Lord, he's all in trouble. Like, these niggas are literally talking like runaway slaves. Niggas are sounding like, yo, niggas have lost their fucking minds. We need 7 more people we need 6. Yeah, we need 6 more people to sponsor the show, man. Can we get 6 more people to sponsor the show, man? Can we get 6 more people to sponsor the show? Take the pledge, man. Sponsor the program, man. I'm trying to get somebody to come up here, man. Anybody want to come up, man? Trying to get you to come up here, man. This is the most slavist. Oh, Lordy. I said, don't know what you was going to do now. You done knocked over Master's favorite vase. And when Master come back, oh, Lord, he going to see that you done broke his favorite vase. I don't know what Master going to do. You better pack up your children, get your children, and get you a satchel, and put all your things in there, and head up north. Because I don't know what Master going to do when Master come back. You see, you done broke his favorite vase. Niggas are talking like that now. Black football players who've been fucking millionaires since fucking college and shit are talking like that now over this fucking Nolan Wells case where the kid drowned and nothing else happened but that. Listen to these niggas. These niggas sound like runaway slaves and shit.
For them, man, I just hope they find the answers. I hope they could have some peace. And we don't know the answer to this question, but this is the question. If the roles were reversed,
you wouldn't be talking about it. If a bunch of white boys, if a bunch of black dudes took 1,000 white boys out to a lake and all 1,000 of them white boys ended up dead in the water, you wouldn't say a word about it on your show. Press 1. You wouldn't talk about it. You wouldn't say a word about it on your show. If the roles were reversed. If the roles were reversed. If the roles was reversed, we wouldn't have heard about this story. We wouldn't have known it happened. And legally, if them niggas had been found to have done nothing, nobody would have gotten arrested either. Niggas don't live in a niggas a lie. I was about to say niggas live in a delusional state, but these niggas are lying. These niggas aren't living in no delusional state. These niggas are just lying. These niggas are fucking lying.
what would be the outrage? What would be the rhetoric? What would be the reaction? And I know people are going to say, hey, look, man, if we don't stop talking about things like this, then things like this will never go away. And my answer to that is, when things like this go away, we'll stop talking about
it. It's literally the first time something like this, which didn't happen. That's the crazy part about it. Nothing happened. But this is like the first time that nothing happened like this. And niggas talking about some, when things like this start happening, we shut the fuck up. You niggas.
I think obviously what happened to Nolan Wells is a parent's worst nightmare.
Here's what we know. Nolan Wells' face was so unrecognizable that he had to be identified through dental records. His body was not waterlogged. This means the body wasn't in the water very long. He was likely beaten to death. Where? Where on that island could he have been beaten to death and by those white boy, his friends, his childhood friends beat him to death? Where on that island? Where on that island could his childhood friends have beaten him to death and nobody been like seen it? Newly released footage of the fight on the lake from the 4th of July. Does this give us a little bit more insight on what happened to Nolan Wells? Who is this aggressive man? Yeah, but let's just say, right? That's not Nolan Wells though. But let's just say, right? And the guy and it's a white guy. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. If Nolan Wells went boating with black kids, the left wouldn't care. If he was white and went boating with white kids, they wouldn't care. If he was white and went boating with black kids, they really wouldn't care. They only care that he was black and went boating with white kids. Katie, man. That's what Nolan was chasing, man. Nolan was chasing, hey, man. Nolan was trying to get with Katie, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Nolan, man. I ain't mad at you, man. Do your thing, man. I'm willing to bet, he said, that Mr. Cumia would have killed for you to have been the star athlete Nolan Wells was. Your dad would have killed to have dated a chick who looked like this. He would have killed. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Jeez. Nolan Wells' mom met with the woman that he talked to at Horn Island on the day he disappeared. Christine Wansley says Katie is not giving her the same story she is getting from other people. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? The mom talked to the girl, Katie, this lovely lady right here, and said that Katie's not giving her the same story that she got from other people. What the fuck does that mean? Why would her story be the same as other people when she was the only one? Like her and Nolan were like, I guess they were like walked off and were kicking it. Why would her story be the same as people who weren't with them that day? The mom be talking, the mom be intentionally fanning these flames, man. Press 1. The mom be intentionally fanning these flames of like conspiracy and oh, you never know type bullshit. The mom like leaving shit open-ended. Well, she didn't tell me the same story as everyone else. What the fuck does that mean? Look, she got on the Lizzo shirt. Jeez. She's so Asian. She's so Asian. If this message is real, this person just let us know who will let. I can't do this, man. What you really doing, man? You people are sick. You're some sick puppies, man. You people are some sick puppies, man. I can tell you that, man. I can tell you that. How about that? You people are some sick puppies. We're looking for us. We're looking for 6 more people to sponsor the show, man. It starts with 1. We need 6 more people to sponsor the show. It starts with 1. I mean, like, we should get a medal, man, for having to listen to these niggas, man. Why are we not? What we should get a message, a medal. We should get a medal for having to listen to this shit.
Nolan Will's mom, Christine Wansley, has a message. If you plan to attend the funeral, she states, if you plan to attend Nolan's funeral in hopes that you're going to meet someone famous, stay home.
So she's running around meeting everybody famous and collecting millions of dollars, but then she gonna chastise some hypothetical person. This woman is wicked. Yo, that little Asian woman, his mom is a wicked woman. She's running around like a damn celebrity with everybody famous, collecting millions of dollars, but she gonna send out a letter. If you gonna come to this wedding thing, this funeral thing, you gonna meet somebody famous, stay home. To some hypothetical person. Yo, his mom is so wicked. She's such a wicked woman. She comes off nice. She comes off nice, but she's a demon. She's a devil in a blue dress. His mom is a demon.
do not want that type of energy. We do not need fake love and support. His celebration of life is for family.
She's saying this after people that gave her millions of dollars. She's talking to the people that gave her millions of dollars. She's chastising them publicly in some tweet after they done gave her millions of dollars and made up all these lies and cockamamie stories about her fucking son based on her initial. Oh, there were deleted tweets, and I didn't know where the phone was, and blah blah blah. All this came from her fucking words. All this mystery shit came from her initial words, her initial lies. We ain't heard shit about the phone in like 5 days. We ain't heard shit about an autopsy in like a week. Press 1. We ain't heard nothing about a phone or autopsy in a week.
Friends and teammates. I've heard a lot of people saying that they're going out to Mississippi. That's her message. Let's respect it. Nolan Will's mom, Christine Wansley, has a message.
So there's an update in the Nolan Wells investigation as the autopsy results are being waited on. The rescuer, the United Cajun Navy, made a statement to the, I think it was the U.S. Sun or the Sun-Times, explaining the atmosphere of the water that Nolan was found in. And one of the rescuers explained that where he was found, the northwest tip of the island, is a choppier space for swimming. As he explained, is that it has a drop off. And if many of you are not aware of what a drop off is in a body of water, it is simply like a shelf, right? You can start off in 3 feet of water and then go a few inches forward, and then it drops down and you're now in 20 feet of water, 30 feet of water, and it comes without notice. It comes without warning. And the rescuers are saying that where Nolan's body was found, he was found in that area that has that extreme drop off. This does not negate the investigation. It does not negate understanding what happened and getting the stories from the witnesses and his friends, but it does add an extra layer to understanding what could have possibly happened if it is found through the autopsy that there was not any foul play done. So I'll bring to you any other updates that I find or that I read, but I hope and pray that it comes to find that there really wasn't anything heinous that occurred, but in fact, it was something that was just uncontrollable, because no parent wants to bury their child in the means of their child being abused, beaten up, attacked, or killed in any type of.
Yeah, but that happens so much every day in Black America, and you don't give a fuck about it. These people acting like, first of all, nothing happened to Nolan. But if what they're lying about happened to Nolan, it would just be it would be thrown into a sea of, like, there'll be nothing special about it.
Unless Nolan Wells has a twin, this picture right here may have just broke this case wide open. You remember these shorts? Nah, watch this whole video because there's a lot going on, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, Nolan's mom was calling for people to send in pictures or videos that they have from 4 o'clock that day. Well, this picture is actually from a video. They panned the video across, and there's a person that believed to be Nolan Wells, we're not sure, on the boat, and it's called Little Dad. But there's more to the story. Now, people are speculating that that is Katie's boat or Katie's family boat that he's on there. Why has nobody said anything or whatever? If this is him on this boat, who's ever boated this, why haven't they said anything? But that's not all. They do have pictures that haven't been confirmed, but there are pictures that I saw with Nolan. It looks like Nolan and with someone with the blonde hair, a woman in the actual water around this time. So it's possible that he didn't get on the boat, but it's possible they know what happened to Nolan Wells and we don't. And I don't like it. What if I told you? Justice for Nolan. Unless Nolan Wells has a twin, this picture right here may have just broke this case wide open.
It's not about race. It's not about race. Is y'all okay? Is y'all motherfucking cool? I'm trying to understand. So Nolan Wells' family got up on this motherfucking internet, bitch, and had the audacity to say it's not about race. It's not about race. Bitch, is y'all cool? Is y'all being threatened? Do y'all need help? Bitch, blink twice. You ain't gotta say shit. We coming. Cause what the fuck do you mean it's not about race? Is y'all okay? This happened in the middle of motherfucking Mississippi, bitch, by some motherfucking white people on 4th of July. They trying to make a motherfucking statement, and y'all bitches got the audacity to get on this motherfucking internet and say out your motherfucking mouth that it's not about race. Y'all don't see color and all of this. Suck my motherfucking ass, bitch, because it seems like the people on the internet give a fuck more about your motherfucking son than you give a fuck about your son. Bitch, open your eyes. Y'all older than us. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Stop playing stupid. And that's exactly why the fuck I'm thinking these motherfuckers have been threatened. They are in harm's way. Cause there ain't no motherfucking way they got up on this bitch and said that shit. Fuck out of here.
Holy shit. It's worse than I thought. Press 1. It's worse than I thought. It's worse than we thought, bro. Yo. That video made me sad, man. Because I know she's not the dumbest motherfucker. She's not the dumbest black person out there. She's probably the median. This is probably the median son woman. Half of them are better than this, and half of them are worse than this. Yeah, that shit made me sad, man. There's no hope. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest, yo. Come on, man. Let's all be honest, man. We gotta start being honest out here, man. Yeah, that video made me sad, man. Yikes.
Y'all, so the Facebook detectives are detectives are on it. Somebody just released a photo of Nolan being on the boat after allegedly the boys said that he weren't seen on a boat.
You weren't.
Mind you, this photo of him shows him drenched and like he super tanned, like he's been on the beach all day. So we shall see. What's the time stamp? Everybody trying to say the time stamp of this photo is around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Mind you, they said they ain't seen him since 3 o'clock. Allegedly. Y'all, there's so much shit coming out about this case, but we will never know the truth because now it's under like investigation through the courts, Jackson County, the lawyers. So I feel like we won't really know what they have, the evidence, because once it goes into investigation mode, they don't tell shit because it's like a case. Like you can't release certain stuff.
And I hope to my community, the black community, that this Nolan Wells situation. And I hope to my community, the black community, that this Nolan Wells situation just bring awareness. It just bring it back to the front street. You see what I'm saying? Because you got his parents up here. I feel like we going harder than his parents. I'm going to just go and say it for it. Because for y'all folks to get up on the news and say that it ain't about race and they don't see color, basically, the fuck you talking about? That shit happened in Mississippi. He was the only black child on the boat or in the crew. What are you saying? Mind you, I said this shit happened in Mississippi. You do your homework. Go do your homework on Mississippi. Mississippi is the deep south. That's about the deepest this shit gonna get. And you got up on the news and said that you don't see color? Are you serious? When we ready for real, y'all call me. Situation like this gonna continue to happen if we don't never address whatever happened to us. We keep on trying to sweep shit under the rug like it ain't nothing never happened. I'm not saying you be rude, but you stand on all motherfucking tens when you feel like them folks playing with you, bro. What are you talking about? It ain't about no race. Yes, it is. It's always about race. And I hope to my community, the black community, that this...
It's hopeless, man. The situation is hopeless. Blacks are going to permanently be an underclass, man. Permanently. We're in a hopeless state, man. Oh my God, we're fucked, man. Yeah, man, we are fucked. Yo, I want to ask you an honest question, guys. Honest question, man. Do you think we could find another TikToker worse than her or that big black dark skin thing that was on the screen earlier? Do you think we can find another one worse than them? Or is this the floor? Is this the floor? This one right here, and this where's the other one? This one And where she at? Where she at? Yeah, Boom Shika.
It's not about race. Is y'all okay? Is y'all motherfucking cool? It's not about race. Is y'all okay?
Is this the floor? Is does it get worse than this? I want to know. Is this the
And I
floor?
hope to my community, the black community. And I hope to my community, the black community.
Is this the floor, or is there another level? Is there a deeper level of hell? It gets worse. Oh no. Stop it, man. Listen. This has got to be the floor. This has got to be the lowest that it goes, man. It can't go no lower than this, man. If we find something lower than this, man, holy smokes. That's got to be the lowest, man.
Wait, how do we go from we don't know? Wait, how do we go from we don't know what happened to Nolan Wells to a whole AI video showing us exactly what happened to Nolan Wells? Because I need y'all to understand something. Once you turn a theory into a visual, people start remembering the theory like it's evidence. Like, if you haven't seen that video yet, you have got to go see it. They just released a full AI generated video, a play by play of what they believe happened to Nolan. It's scary. I'm not going to hold you. It's very, very scary. And as soon as I was finished with it, something just said to me, like, that is exactly what happened to that boy. And I know y'all say y'all don't care about him because he was hanging around white kids, and we should know better by now, 2026. I get it. But for those that care, that video is exactly what happened to Nolan Wells. I don't care what they say from here on out. That's what happened. Wait, how did...
So she saw an AI video and somebody saying this is what happened to Nolan Wells, and she said, yep, that's what happened to him. Come on, but she wasn't worse than the other two, man. We need somebody worse than them two, man. Uh-oh.
Y'all, is that Nolan situation? Y'all, is that Nolan situation real, or is it a hoax? I ain't been dibbling and dabbling too much into that case, but I kept hearing, like, every time I heard the name, I kept hearing for entertainment purposes only. So I'm like, what is this? Every time I hear it, it just don't seem real. So I start doing my research, and while I go to his page, in his bio, say for entertainment purposes only. Now, when I started going down the rabbit hole, because I still haven't really did my research, but I just had to brush up just to see who even is this, what happened. I wanted to do my research to see why the story blew up so fast in such a short span of time. The story ain't making sense, but it is. The partying, all that seems believable. The fight situation seems believable. The fact that there is cliques within friend groups, definitely believable. But it's just something not adding up, bruh. I know they do ritual harvesting with the energy and mass media and wide publications. And then when I saw Reverend Al Sharpton, it really just made me look at the situation like, what's really going on? Then I saw that it's syndicated on every news platform, every blog, every podcast. And it's a lot of heavy energy going on just in the world energetically right now. This could be something that they use to shift the energy. It's just not making sense, y'all. But y'all fill me in, let me know, because right now it's really not making sense. I low-key feel like it's fake. And it's allegedly. Everything I said is allegedly. And if it's real, condolences to the family, y'all. Y'all, is that Nolan situation real?
Nah, she ain't. She ain't worse than them two. Come on, man. Where you at? I know it's a son in here worse than them two. Oh, where you at, son? Son, sister. Uh-oh.
And when it comes to the case with Nolan Wells, what y'all not about to do is get up here and say it's not about race. Because first off, that happened in Mississippi, where I'm at right now. Born and raised, living here right now. So this goes deeper than people that's not from here will ever know. Some people just talking about this because that's what people talking about right now. No. Some people living it right now, here, at this moment. And like I said before, it's certain places we don't go. It's certain places we don't slow down at. It's certain places we don't go eat at, go drive at, go don't nothing at. And it's not even talked about. It's an underlining knowing that, oh yeah, we're not going to that specific town. We're going to go the other way. In 2026, some of y'all don't even have to go through that. So please don't form your lips to say this ain't about race. He was the only African American one on that boat. Let's be clear. And then the parents of Nolan Wells is receiving all of this hate mail because the case is closing in. Stuff ain't adding up. Did y'all see what was talked about today? And when it comes to the case with Nolan Wells, what y'all not about to do is get up here and say it's not about race. Because first off, that happened in Mississippi, where I'm at right now. Born and raised, living here right now. So this goes deeper than people that's not from here will ever know. Some people just talking about this because that's what people talking about right now. No. Some people living it right now, here, at this moment. And like I said before, it's certain places we don't go. It's certain places we don't slow down at. It's certain places we don't go eat at, go drive at, go don't nothing at. And it's not even talked about. It's an underlining knowing that, oh yeah, we're not going to that specific town. We're going to go the other way. In 2026, some of y'all don't even have to go through that. So please don't form your lips to say this ain't about race. He was the only African American one on that boat. Let's be clear. And then the parents of Nolan Wells is receiving all of this hate mail because the case is closing in. Stuff ain't adding up. Did y'all see what was talked about today? And when it comes to the case with Nolan Wells, what y'all not about to do is get up here and say it's not about race. Because first off, that happened in Mississippi, where I'm at right now. Born and raised, living here right now. So this goes deeper than people that's not from here will ever know. Some people just talking about this because that's what people talking about right now. No. Some people living it right now, here, at this moment. And like I said before, it's certain places we don't go. It's certain places we don't slow down at. It's certain places we don't go eat at, go drive at, go don't nothing at. And it's not even talked about. It's an underlining knowing that, oh yeah, we're not going to that specific town. We're going to go the other way. In 2026, some of y'all don't even have to go through that. So please don't form your lips to say this ain't about race. He was the only African American one on that boat. Let's be clear. And then the parents of Nolan Wells is receiving all of this hate mail because the case is closing in. Stuff ain't adding up. Did y'all see what was talked about today? And when it comes to the case with Nolan Wells, what y'all not about to do is get up here and say it's not about race. Because first off, that happened in Mississippi, where I'm at right now. Born and raised, living here right now. So this goes deeper than deep than people that's not from here will ever know. Some people just talking about this because that's what people talking about right now. No, some people living it right now, here at this moment. And like I said before, it's certain places we don't go. It's certain places we don't slow down at. It's certain places we don't go eat at, go drive at, go don't nothing at. And it's not even talked about. It's an underlining knowing that, oh yeah, we're not going to that specific town. We're going to go the other way. In 2026, some of y'all don't even have to go through that. So please don't form your lips to say, this ain't about race. He was the only African American one on that boat. Let's be clear. And then the parents of Nolan Wells is receiving all of this hate mail because the case is closing in. Stuff ain't adding up. Did y'all see what was talked about today? And when it comes to the case with Nolan Wells, what y'all not about to do is get up here and say it's not about race. Because first off, that happened in Mississippi, where I'm at right now. Born and raised, living here right now. So this goes deeper than deep than people that's not from here will ever know. Some people just talking about this because that's what people talking about right now. No, some people living it right now, here at this moment. And like I said before, it's certain places we don't go. It's certain places we don't slow down at. It's certain places we don't go eat at, go drive at, go don't nothing at. And it's not even talked about. It's an underlining knowing that, oh yeah, we're not going to that specific town. We're going to go the other way. In 2026, some of y'all don't even have to go through that. So please don't form your lips to say, this ain't about race. He was the only African American one on that boat. Let's be clear. And then the parents of Nolan Wells is receiving all of this hate mail because the case is closing in. Stuff ain't adding up. Did y'all see what was talked about today? And when it comes to the case with Nolan Wells, what y'all not about to do is get up here and say it's not about race. Because first off, that happened in Mississippi, where I'm at right now. Born and raised, living here right now. So this goes deeper than deep than people that's not from here will ever know. Some people just talking about this because that's what people talking about right now. No, some people living it right now, here at this moment. And like I said before, it's certain places we don't go. It's certain places we don't slow down at. It's certain places we don't go eat at, go drive at, go don't nothing at. And it's not even talked about. It's an underlining knowing that, oh yeah, we're not going to that specific town. We're going to go the other way. In 2026, some of y'all don't even have to go through that. So please don't form your lips to say, this ain't about race. He was the only African American one on that boat. Let's be clear. And then the parents of Nolan Wells is receiving all of this hate mail because the case is closing in.
Let's see, man. I'm gonna give it a couple more tries, man. I'm looking for somebody worse. I'm looking for the final boss of nigga stupidity. Where's the final boss of nigga stupidity?
Okay, so while we're all waiting for the autopsy report on Nolan Wells, 2 Black nurses came online and said that they are in direct connection with the transportation of Nolan Wells' body. Guys, they said that when Nolan Wells came in, he was transported to them face down. They said he was beaten so badly that he was unrecognizable. His parents came in, they had to identify him by his teeth, by his dental records. So the story about him not getting back on the boat and that they had no idea where he was and that he went away with Katie, all of that is a lie. It looks like they got into an argument. They went to a pool party after. They beat him to unrecognizability and then discarded his body. They said that there was a drunk parent at the party. And at the end of the night, when everybody was leaving and going home, they wouldn't let Nolan leave. So he might have already been dead. Maybe they beat him unconsciously and the parent came out to help. I don't know, guys. I don't want to make any more crazy rumors, but this family needs closure. And I think I'm done with this until the real autopsy results come out. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Okay, so while we're all waiting for the autopsy report on Nolan Wells, 2 Black nurses came online and said that they are in direct connection with the transportation of Nolan Wells' body. Guys, they said that when Nolan Wells came in, he was transported to them face down. They said he was beaten so badly that he was unrecognizable. His parents came in, they had to identify him by his teeth, by his dental records. So the story about him not getting back on the boat and that they had no idea where he was and that he went away with Katie, all of that is a lie. It looks like they got into an argument. They went to a pool party after, they beat him to unrecognizability and then discarded his body. They said that there was a drunk parent at the party. And at the end of the night, when everybody was leaving and going home, they wouldn't let Nolan leave. So he might have already been dead. Maybe they beat him unconsciously and the parent came out to help. I don't know, guys. I don't want to make any more crazy rumors, but this family needs closure.
I think those 2 are the dumbest TikTokers we got, man. I don't think we can find any dumber than those. I don't think we're gonna find any dumber than them. Yeah, man. I don't think we're gonna find any dumber than them. Let me get out of here, man. I don't like falling asleep on camera. So let me get out of here, man. This has been a great show, guys. We're gonna cut. I'll be back tomorrow, man. We'll do another show tomorrow, man. Salute to all you people, man. Appreciate you guys coming through, man. I'm out of here, man. I'll see you guys.